Hello. So I just the reason why I'm playing Valorant is instead of like another game right now is because it's just enjoyable. But let me get to the actual point of this video. After a lot of thinking and stuff, I think I know the real reason why Fortnite died. And don't say that it's the game. I feel like the game would have been perfect if it wasn't for this reason. Quarantine. So, I feel like, quarantine has affected a lot of us emotionally, with people being lost that we cared about, plenty other things, like having to stay home constantly, not being able to go out, just a bunch of things that kind of limit you to be playing games. Some people play games to get away from life and all the stress, which is what most gamers did, like me. And with that, we start to play the games
Match found
too much. And these games, at the time, were doing really well. Like, Fortnite was in a perfect spot.
Let's do this.
But now, like, as soon as 2020 started is around the time that Fortnite started to really go downhill. And sure, it could just be coincidence, but I don't believe that. What I think, the stress of the outside world and playing this game also gets you stressed. But not just this game, but like any game that's like competitive, which at the time Battle Royale and like shooter games, that was like the main peak. Like right now, Warzone, Apex, all these shooter games and stuff. Sure, there's other games that are outside of it, but those are the games that are like multiplayer games that you can play with your friends. Those were the best. And I feel like, especially with Fortnite being the popular game at the time, too much people were playing. Everyone was starting to go in creative because they had a lot of time to get better. And everyone keeps getting better and better. And then when people get so good, people get so competitive, because now it's perfect time to go get into the competitive scene, especially when you can get really good at the game. You're gonna be having a lot of, not really fights, but more like disagreements. And then those disagreements slowly change everything into the toxic community that none of us like. I think that the toxic community is not really their fault that they
one enemy
remains.
Spike down B.
I think that 2020 and quarantine caused this, and the reason why not only we played the game too much that everything's starting to get boring. Like, I thought Chapter 2 Season 5 was a really good season. I didn't like it at first because I didn't like the new mechanics and stuff and how it changed my game, because on Switch it kind of changed how I played. And other Switch players might not be as affected, but the way I played was different. since I am more of a casual. Like, I wasn't really affected as much because I played the game all the time anyways. I didn't get bored of the game. I just kept playing, kept finding new things, and trying them. I also was doing a bunch of like creative building and stuff, which is what I still am doing. It's just I was doing it more than I am now, which now I'm playing other games.
One enemy remaining.
And people may say that it's just people being toxic and other things.
No charges left.
And again, I've said this multiple times, but
Spike planted.
2020, it'll never.
Healing you.
It'll never change that 2020 was actually overhyped too. Everyone thought it was going to be such a great year.
We get a pick, we move in.
And then it ended up being one of the worst years to ever experience. And you cannot lie about that one. So many people just hated it. And it was the worst part of COVID-19.
Should we try A?
I can't stop making
A?
Fight!
I'm not even sure if I can say COVID-19. I think this video is gonna get them in trouble. If not, but
Toxins going up.
I feel like it's not just this game that got Fortnite that got truly affected. It got affected the most. But another game. Let's say
Toxin screen down.
Apex. Apex is doing really well because of other problems that have been happening.
Last player standing.
In other games. A lot of people are going to Apex because Apex just starting, like, not really just starting, but hasn't had as much cheer.
One enemy remaining.
There's still a lot more content for people to learn, and people are still coming in. Like, sure, people are still coming into Fortnite, but then they've already heard about how toxic the community is, and they don't really have as good expectations. And sure, someone could be trying out for the first time and never heard anything. But that's not going to change once they start playing, because every single person has experienced it in the game already. And then they get the experience, which is not nice. So, everyone just gets the bad experience of the game. It never gets to experience the good. The reason why the OG games were so memorable is we didn't spend too much time. We spent a lot more time nowadays focusing on getting better instead of trying to enjoy the stuff. Like, you know how Chapter 2 Season 7 is doing really well right now?
3.
Watch behind.
He said watch behind this exhibit. I forgot what I was saying.
One enemy remaining.
But
what are they doing over there? When the play's not working, call an audible.
Here.
I'm just trying to say, I would not blame Fortnite.
Don't
for the
push out
things
so
that
fast.
happened to them.
Let's take our time with it.
I would not. Epic Games sure isn't giving you the updates that you want and all the concepts are better. That's just because the Fortnite community sure may be toxic, but we have very creative people. And Fortnite, sure, they also are creative and still have creative bangers.
They're here, so take your time.
But
Reloading.
oh yeah, I was saying something about Chapter 2 Season 7 and how it's been a great season. If Chapter 2 Season 7 was in Chapter 1, or wasn't within 2021, and didn't have the previous seasons that were also in that time frame of
Beacon down.
2020, 2021. I bet the game
Player
would
standing.
not only be really popular right now, but would be at its peak. There's so much content in that season. It's probably like the average, not average, but like above average season. And I feel like
I'll teach them to respect their elders.
people just underrate it just because it's within Chapter 2. People always just go to, oh, the season's gonna people do have expectations for the seasons to randomly get better. Not randomly,
Don't
but
push out
hope they
fast.
get better. And then they get disappointed because they play it, and they constantly play it because they have too much time in their hands. And with COVID, we adapted to stay in our houses more, which is why we have,
Blocking sight.
let's say, the Fortnite kids that constantly are on, grinding, playing. Because they were the gamers of 2020, 2021. And that's why, you know, the Fortnite kid term came
Watch for a
to
fling
exist.
from Reyna.
Because they played the game a lot. Because of, not because of COVID, but because they were trying too hard, trying to be good. But
Planted.
also, not to mention, right now is the perfect time, especially for like a lot of people who want to go pro or get a YouTube channel. Everyone's also inside their house watching YouTube, so everyone's trying to get the perfect, trying to grasp the moment and hopefully get the lucky roll, because you have a high chance of
remaining.
hitting jackpot.
Last player standing.
Everyone is watching. Everyone is trying to understand the best way to create content and grow. And
Wind. Show me where to go.
right now, I think this is the best way to do anything
Here.
related to content. I think you should just keep putting, instead of just trying to get good at the game, try to enjoy it. Try to make yourself enjoy the game. You'll be more motivated to play the game. Like, I try to enjoy Fortnite, but it's just kind of hard when no one else is trying to enjoy it and everyone's just trying to play. Like, trying to... And the thing is, I know that the Ariana
Spike down
concert,
A.
people say it's not as good as the
Blocking sight.
Travis Scott one.
I got the spike.
And I do somewhat agree, but I also somewhat disagree. I think they both have their positives, and I think they're both equally good. Just depending on music preference and what type of effects you enjoy most. Because Travis Scott did a lot more with
You will not kill my
space
allies.
and stuff. Also, is a good topic, and tried to be a little more basic instead of going over the top and going nuts. Ariana went all out and tried to make it more lovely and not as, you know,
30 seconds left.
you know, it's hard to explain, but you kind of know what I mean. Well, they both had different styles to their concerts, and it just depends on the style that you enjoy the most. I enjoyed Ariana's more due to not just because of the music, but I just enjoy the style of the concert and how it went. I also enjoyed that it had a little more kind of storyline, which
Enemy
I
spotted
actually
B.
enjoy the story of Fortnite.
player standing.
Flash.
One enemy remaining.
He's dead.
NT.
Clutch.
Oh!
Nice clutch.
Drink some water, reload your mags, and let's get back out there.
Need a drop.
Another thing is that probably ruined the game the most.
Thanks.
This is just like a thing that's also on the side that didn't majorly affect it as much as, you know, 2020.
Kill all your opponents.
Overhype. People keep getting overhyped and think that these concepts are gonna be the reality. People think that all these cool things are going to be in the game. And also, not to mention, leakers.
Joke's over.
They say all these things, and not even gonna lie, half of them don't even happen.
next?
And these are trustworthy leakers, so I don't even trust the leakers anymore because half the stuff we get
Spike
overhyped
down,
and we get so much leaks that end up not being true and not actually happening. And just ruins when you hop in and you see things happen and you think, oh, this could have been way better. Because we're thinking about the ways it can get better instead of focusing on the ways that this is better than other things.
One enemy
Like-
remaining.
The hunt begins.
Enemy spotted.
Overhype is just going nuts nowadays, and people don't
I will
wanna
fulfill my purpose.
think that the reality that they didn't want is better than the one that they want. I never make expectations and listen to leaks, and every single season, besides Chapter 2 Season 5, every single season, I went nuts. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed Chapter 2 Season 6 throughout the whole entire season. And that was the least, in everyone's opinion, the worst season to ever come out in anyone's life. But I enjoyed it probably more than other seasons. Because I let the moment shine.
Reloading.
And I didn't let it take me down that something I wanted
Reloading.
didn't come true.
Behind.
And that's just
Give me those.
why I think Fortnite died, and probably other games too. Like, what is that game called? No, I think it was mainly Fortnite.
Last
I can't
player
name other
standing.
ones right now. But that's just what I think, and hopefully you guys can agree with me on this one. Have a good day, night, depending on your time zone. And
30 seconds left.